Okay, my token has been generated. However, an important point to take note of is that you can only have access to your token once. Your personal access token can be only viewed once. So once it is created, you have to copy it and save it in a secure location where you can have access to it. Otherwise, you will lose access to it, because once I leave this page now, I will never see it again, as I am not seeing this one, as I am not seeing the previous token that I had. You can see delete here, but you cannot see the token. But for this one that I just created, you can see delete, you can see the token. So once I leave this page, I will not have access to it again. So since I have copied it, I will open Notepad and paste it and save it securely. So let me just give it a PATRY. So I can simply save it with any name. Then I will come back. Since I have copied it, I will come back to my GitHub credentials manager that popped up and paste it. Then I'll click on sign in, and the Git running on this terminal will proceed to push the changes that I made to that repository to my GitHub account. Now on my GitHub homepage, on my GitHub dashboard, if I go back to my repository that I created, that is the Git basics, you'll find out that it is in synchrony with what is on my local machine. You can see that I now have 1, 2, 3 files. Likewise, I have 1, 2, 3 files here. Let me list them again. Let me list them again on the terminal. You can see that I have them. So if you are working as a team and some of your team members make their own changes like you just did and push it to the repository, you will not have access to it on the local machine until you pull it. So to demonstrate that, let me just use this plus button and create a new file on GitHub. Let me give it a name, dance. Then let me add contents to it. Let me say I am the dancing man. Then I'll simply commit the changes. Create dance is good enough as the commit message. Then I will commit it and it will be saved. You can see that on my GitHub I have 1, 2, 3, 4 files. But if I come back to my local machine, let me clear the screen. If I list the items of the repository on the local machine, you can see that I have only 1, 2, 3. For it to reflect these changes, I'm going to use git pull. You can see that the git pull operation is successful. If I list the items in the repository again, you can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see this dance that I just created on my remote repository. You can assume that somebody that is also working on the project did it on his computer and push it to GitHub, and you decided to pull it to your own computer. And I can still make changes on my local repository now to this dance that I just created. Let me see, Notepad dance. Let me add text to it. Let me see, I have a gift for you, and save. Then I'll close it. you see I have modified this file that I opened. I'm going to commit the changes. To commit the changes, I will still stage it for commit. I'll say git add dot to add everything that is in the folder. Then I'll say git commit -m for the commit message. Then I will use update dance as my commit message and press enter. I have committed, but on my local machine. I will now push the changes to GitHub. I'll use git push to do that. It has been successfully pushed to my GitHub, to the GitHub repository. So if I come back to my GitHub and view it, you can see that it has been updated. Before, when I created it, it had only one line, but because I'm online and I just updated it, you can see that I now have 2 lines, one of which I added on my local machine. So I hope this will assist you in doing your assignment and performing basic operations on GitHub and Git. Thank you for your time.